Bellevue High seemed like an ordinary school, but every hallway carried secrets that no one talked about. Daniel, the school janitor, arrived before every sunrise, sweeping floors, fixing lights, and staying invisible. Nobody really looked at him, and he preferred it that way. But today, something felt different, as if the school itself was warning him. While cleaning the science corridor, he felt a sudden cold breeze. The fluorescent lights flickered once, then again, longer. His heartbeat slowed. A silent fear crawled up his spine. He knew this didn't feel normal. Something was wrong, deeply wrong. Years ago, Daniel once froze when a life needed saving. He still hears that scream in his nightmares. He never forgave himself, and today, that memory would return. He noticed a locker slightly open, something glowing inside. His breath silently caught as he stepped closer. Inside was a strange device with a red blinking light, pulsing like a heartbeat. That's when he knew this wasn't a prank. It was a bomb, and it was counting down. Daniel backed away slowly, trying not to make a noise. His hands were shaking, but his mind was clear. He couldn't freeze again. He radioed the authorities. They said evacuation would take time. But time was exactly what he didn't have. Without waiting for orders, Daniel rushed to the entrance. Students laughed. Teachers talked. No one knew they were seconds away from disaster. Daniel put on a fake calm voice and said there was a gas leak. His acting worked. Teachers moved fast. Students were evacuated, one by one, without knowing they were being saved. But on the second floor, the kids were hiding to avoid a test. They thought Daniel was joking. He looked them straight in the eyes and simply said, "Leave now." There was power in his voice this time. They ran. The school was almost empty. Sirens began approaching outside. But Daniel turned back toward the bomb. He didn't have training. He didn't have backup. All he had was courage. With sweat rolling down his face, he studied the wires. Every second sounded louder. His ears rang. With fear, his heartbeat felt like thunder. A memory flashed. The moment he failed years ago. Someone died because he froze. Daniel whispered to himself, "Not again. Not today." Then, with trembling hands, he cut the wire. Silence. The red light stopped. The hallway felt like it took its first breath. Daniel leaned against the wall, shaking, exhausted, but steady. He didn't cry. He simply whispered, "It's over." The police stormed in and carried the device away. One officer looked at Daniel and said, "You saved them all." But Daniel just nodded, quietly. No glory, no spotlight. Just relief. Hours later, students returned, joking, laughing, living. They never knew how close they came, but Daniel did. And as his footsteps echoed down the hallway, for the first time, he didn't feel invisible. Because heroes don't always wear badges. Sometimes they carry mops.